Ladies and gentlemen, your looks is not what makes people fall in love with you. How much money you have is not what makes them love you. How high you jump, even your capacity, your talents, right? I'm an artist, right? I'm a painter. I play basketball, I play drums. Those things, I'll be honest with you, wasn't the thing that made my exes fall in love with me. In fact, what the funny thing is that a lot of us, because we assume that people are superficial in that sense. We think that if we make more money, they'll love us. We think that if we become more famous, they'll love us. The truth is that actually gets in the way. At least for guys, what you'll notice is that famous guys will assume that becoming more famous gets women to love them more. The truth is, it just attracts more problematic women. Look at Shannon Sharp, right? He has all this money in the world, and he's still getting played by women. That's because when a lot, like for example, us guys will lead with our money. And the only reason we're leading with our money is because we just think that's what makes them love you. Today, we're going to talk about what makes them truly fall in love with you. An example with women would be like, for example, it's like women who think that if they have sex quickly with a guy, the guy will love them. You're completely wrong. The problem is that this is such a personal thing that understanding this is very mysterious because your ego gets in the way. All right? Your ego will not let you see the truth that the fact that sex doesn't make them love you, money doesn't make them love you. In fact, it distracts them. But today we're going to talk about what truly makes them fall in love with you through watching this video. And by this video, honestly, this video would definitely give you confidence because I wish I knew this earlier so that I could have focused on other things. I would not have focused on becoming stronger, making more money. It's actually an emotional quality that attracts people. Now, a lot of people will confuse that attention, smiling, spending time together is a sign that this is working. No, that's how you get played, all right? So let's talk about this. Now, if you guys want to apply these strategies in your life, you guys can book a one-on-one phone call with me today, and there you'll be able to talk to me right now, all right? So if you're feeling needy and creepy, well, you guys can talk to me, and I'll teach you guys how to get out of that creepy, needy state because it's very difficult. Because a lot of you guys are born creepy. You know, y'all are born and like, yo, this baby's creepy. You know, like you come to Earth and you're making eye contact with the doctor. What the fuck are you doing, you creepy fuck? All right, so click in the description down below and meditate with us by joining the Patreon. All right, let's begin. So the first thing is this: control your libido. The problem with this one is that if you're not able to control your sex drive, they just cannot respect you. For example, I'm a guy. And what I've noticed as I've gotten older, I've gotten more slower towards sex. Like meaning like I don't really try to go for it in the beginning. And what I notice is that it gets women to become the aggressors, but also, right? Because that's actually a result, but that's temporary. What it does to a woman is the fact that it makes me come across as somebody who has self-control. It makes me a figure that she can feel comfortable around because I have so much control over myself that then she's able to trust me, right? Like if I meet a woman and she can't control her libido, I can't respect that. So it doesn't matter the sex. As a guy, I've always seen this produce positive results because what it tells her is that she could trust me. Because unfortunately, you cannot trust somebody who doesn't control their libido. Like as a man, I come across as more masculine, and if women do it, she comes across as more feminine, less slutty. That's just how it is. Is it judgmental? Yeah, but people, so like naturally, like through evolution, they're attracted to those who control the libido because back then, it means that if you do have a kid with them, that you know who their father is, right? Paternity certainty, right? And in fact, a lot of our evolutionary traits comes from this. Jealousy comes because we want to be able to know who the father is. For the reason that most people back then, they lived in a place that everyone looked alike. It's not like everyone's white, then all of a sudden you bang Tyrone and it comes out black and you know that's your kid. No, every motherfucker looks the same. So you really can't tell. So evolutionarily, we have developed a attraction to people who control this. This is more like evolutionary more than anything else, right? Now the next one is patience. This one is pretty much telling people that you're somebody who has, like I said, control over yourself. And also, it means that if you're with them, you make better decision making, right? Which the quality of your life pretty much comes down to the quality of the decisions that you make. And this is pretty much also indicates that by you having patience, it means that other people can't really play you. It means that you have control over yourself. It means that you're not gonna cheat because I'm telling you, impatience says a lot about people. It indicates that perhaps that you have it's a big sign that you might use drugs later on in life. It's a big sign that you might cheat, right? So because this has so many positive qualities, we are unconsciously attracted to people who have this trait. And above all, in the mating process, the one who's most patient is the one that actually yields the most power. If you're more impatient, then you're gonna be more easily manipulated. So just the fact that you have patience naturally allows you to slow things down. And by slowing the dating process down, it causes them to fall in love more deeper. Faster, they fall less in love. Slower, it's more deeper. All right. It's like, what do you want? The fast food version of love or the gourmet version of love? Right. The fast food version of love comes from impatience. And this is my problem when I was younger, that I wanted things to happen quickly, right? I will meet a girl and I wanted to go to the sex part quickly. I wanted to go to the relationship quickly. And that impatience turned them off, right? And I'll be honest with you, every time I see a woman and she's impatient, she wants a relationship quick, she wants photos. One time a girl took a fucking photo with me on the first date. Even with the sex, I can't respect them. And because of that lack of respect, the love process slows down, right? It slows down. When they don't respect you, it slows it down. When they respect you because of your patience, it speeds it up. And above all, I'll be honest with you, when you have patience, that means you're insulated from bullshit. You're less easily played. Impatient people get played all the time. Trust me, I'm one of those. Are you needy and creepy? Do you have a tough time coming across confident when you like the person? A lot of the times you just don't know what to do. You have habits and patterns that whenever somebody triggers you, you completely forget to do the right thing. Well, guess what? I have a course for that. And it's called The Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and The Feminine Woman. What I call the fundamentals. All of those courses are meant to eradicate and exercise the needy, creepy parts in you through action. Meaning, you do what the videos say, and without a shadow of a doubt, you actually get the results. You'll notice that men call you back more. Men will want more relationships with you. They're gonna be the ones that are needy and creepy. They're gonna be the ones that want something. They're gonna be the ones that are the aggressors in trying to get a relationship out of you. But the problem is that a lot of people just watch one or two videos and completely forget that there's actually a system. Don't just watch one or two videos. Get the system either by purchasing all of them and get a discount, or purchase them individually. Because a lot of the times, just watching one video in isolation, you actually miss the big picture. You have to understand why it works. You have to understand what to do next. And a lot of times, my videos just can't address that. A lot of people, you see by the testimonies right here, a lot of people have done what those videos say and they've gotten results. Like the other day, I was in Mexico and they were like, "Hey, Alexis," and I'm like, "Hey, oh my God, you watch your videos are so great." And I'm like, and she was like, "Look at my kid." I'm like, what you talk about your kid? That's not my kid. She's like, "No, no, no, because of him, because of your videos, he's here." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, that's a," but I get that a lot. And ironically, that woman watches all of my videos, right? So purchase those courses, man. And if you don't like it, you actually could get a 30-day money-back guarantee, right? Purchase them individually or get a discount and purchase them all by clicking on the description down below. You have the option of purchasing the one with the bonuses, that obviously it's more material, where it's like I give you guys meditations. There's also other courses on how to make friends, how to master anything, or you could purchase it without the bundle, which is much more affordable. All right, and with that, you guys are able to support my channel, which will allow me to make more videos. Okay. Anyways, see you guys inside, and thank you. Next one, their dark side. And what I mean is, imagine that I come from a strict household. I'm gonna be attracted to someone who's more rebellious. The person who's rebellious becomes attracted to someone who is more orderly, who's more relaxed. Why is that? Think about it. If I was raised in a strict household, I have desires to maybe get a tattoo, to maybe do drugs, to maybe do this, to be rebellious because I was told not to do it. But because the thought and the mother and your mother and father are in your head, it stops you from being rebellious. So because of that, you release that suppressed emotion by being attracted to someone who's rebellious. But also the rebellious person wishes they had more discipline, wishes they were more orderly, wishes they had a more normal lifestyle. So they'll be attracted to someone who possesses those traits that they lack, usually in their dark side, right? And you see this all the time, where the person who's not that ambitious will be attracted to someone who's very ambitious. The good Christian girl becomes attracted to the convict, right? And this is where it's all unconscious. It's all unconscious. Where the alcoholic would date the sober person, and the sober person would date the alcoholics a lot. Where the narcissist would date the empath, and the empath would date the narcissist. This is all unconscious. And this is why a lot of the times we don't have a choice about the people that we date. Because a lot of the times what's dictating it is really our suppressed desire. For example, if you're somebody that's really passive, you'll be attracted to someone who's really aggressive. Why is that? Well, because you lack aggression. So let's just say this is a normal level of aggression right here, right? And this is your level of aggression. And this person that you're dating has this much of aggression, all right? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna date someone who could fill this lack in you, so that you could be here. And the problem with that, it means that you're gonna date super highly aggressive people. Now, you stop being attracted to those people by you developing your own aggression, learning how to speak up for yourself. And thus, when you do that, you become less attracted to this person. Because the reason why you become attracted is because they fulfill something in you. The highly aggressive person would then be attracted to the one who's really a below average aggression, for the simple fact that for some reason that works out, right? And that's honestly, it doesn't work with two freaks. If you're a freak in bed, you're gonna attract another freaky motherfucker, right? That's the only time it's the exception. But this is actually true, man. You see this everywhere. Think about Casanova, right? Casanova was attracted to girls who were from small villages, was attracted to girls who were bored, was attracted to girls who had everyday routines. But who he was an adventurer. He had no daily routine. He was always seeking something new. And so both of them attracted each other. Casanova only went after women who had the opposite dark side in him, right? I should make a video about the Casanova method. Let me know if you guys want me to make that. Next one. Embracing your inner opposites. Now, it's very similar to your inner dark side, but this is more about the masculine and the feminine, where a hyper masculine guy will be attracted to a woman who is masculine. And now, why is that? Well, because whatever you suppress, you become attracted to on the other side. So if you have suppressed femininity as a guy, well, what you're gonna notice is that this guy will be hyper masculine, but he'll be attracted to women who have more of a masculine edge. Why? He's suppressing his femininity, and as a result, he's gonna be attracted to the opposite of what he suppresses, right? If a woman is very feminine, she'll be attracted to a man who's very masculine, right? And for example, a guy is raised with women, and he has feminine energy. He suppresses that feminine energy because he feels like he's not masculine enough, right? So because of that, he comes across as outwardly very masculine. But what you'll notice is that he'll be attracted to the woman who embraces her masculine, for the simple fact that he unconsciously can't do that himself. He unconsciously can't embrace his opposite sex, literally, right? So if me as a guy, if I don't want to date a Terminator woman, my solution isn't to be more masculine. My solution is to embrace my feminine, so that then I could be attracted to a woman who isn't too disbalanced. Okay, and you see this everywhere in dating, right? Where sometimes also um, the woman who is very feminine, extremely feminine, will then date a guy who's extremely masculine to the point of being toxic. So this is why we all have to converge in the middle, because that's where the healthy place is, right? So that's one thing, embracing your inner opposites. And this is a primal attraction. What I mean by primal is that it's uncontrollable. It's completely uncontrollable. This is why I tell you guys, embrace your inner opposites. I swear to God, when you embrace your inner opposite, you literally become more irresistible. It's kind of like Prince, right? Where Prince, he was masculine when you heard him talk and move, but visually he's very feminine. But the thing is that because he is so integrated, right? He has such an integrated inner opposite that he just has like a gravitational pull, Avery. He has like just a animalistic gravitational pull, Angel, and that is very attractive. But the problem is that most guys wouldn't do this because if you're insecure, you think embracing your feminine is gay as fuck, right? No Charlie, no Taylor, no Adrian. That actually is really attractive. And if they're not attracted to that, they're toxic. I'm just letting you know. The next one is being able to initiate being able to initiate and walk away. This trait is very important. What does this mean? Most people nowadays are very insecure about opening up about how they feel. Most dating coaches are telling people to detach, be cold, don't show interest. And as a result, we as receivers, we're experiencing cold people. Most people want to tell us they like us, but because they hear dating coaches tell them don't express your feelings to them, they recoil. And as a result, we're all getting a certain false feedback from the world. And we all assume now that we have to be this cold, stoic person. What that creates is that it creates a need, in the universal consciousness of humans, a need for somebody to stop acting and to be themselves and to express that they like us. This is where I talk about this. If you guys watch my channel, you guys know I never talked about this. But because I'm observing reality, I'm seeing most people are just afraid to open up. Their stoicism doesn't come from a place of confidence. It comes from a place of insecurity. So because of that, because most people are not doing this is actually attractive. Now, what does this look like? It means that when you meet people, you tell them you like them. You know what's funny? What you'll notice, it's almost like expressing emotions to somebody who doesn't know how to express themselves emotionally. They get awkward. A lot of people will look at you like, but deep down they like that. Like with women, like I don't date as much, but nowadays I tell people, women, no, I like you. I wanna get to know you more. Back then, 10 years ago, you couldn't say that because we were still coming out of that paradigm of being romantic, of telling women, of hiring a mariachi band. But because now men are doing that less, it's actually attractive. Now, I've seen women do this, and I'll be honest with you, I like you. They come across confident. And I'm telling you this because a woman did that to me, and I wasn't in a place where I was that open, but I admired her for that. But the beauty about it is that when I didn't want what she wanted, she walked away. And so in the moment, it looks needy. Retrospectively, because you walked away, it actually comes back to my memory as a confident thing. And it made me go back to her. Get what I'm saying? So in the moment, we'll think we're being needy and creepy. But if they're not receptive to that and you walk away, in their minds, they'll reinterpret what they saw and see that as highly confident, and they'll go back. I'm telling you. Like the key though is to not love bomb them. We're not talking about love bombing. We're not talking about being too expressive about how you feel. We're just talking about being comfortable with telling people that you like them, But also, if they're not receptive, not forcing it and just walking away. Literally, I swear to God, the brain will reinterpret that event. If they saw you as needy, it's very normal actually, because most people are just not used to that. As soon as you walk away, the brain will reinterpret that. But then sometimes it works. Sometimes initiating, letting them know that you want them, letting them know you want to see them, does work. And so you don't have to walk away. In fact, a lot of times when they're comfortable with you initiating, when they're comfortable with you taking when I mean initiating, I mean you taking the first step, right? That you expressing your emotions about that you like them. When they're comfortable with that, that means you just that's a good sign. That speaks about emotional stability, but also it means that they like you, all right? And this trait would just make them fall in love with you, man. It really is. Now, the last one is being willing to have conflict. We're not talking about going Bronx mode, freaking Alex. No Bronx mode, Blake, Taylor, right? It's just conflict. And that the conflict is most people are not completely compatible. And because of that, as you're becoming compatible, that's a road of conflict. And this means talking. This means I'm talking about your incompatibilities, and it's uncomfortable and you feel defensive. But if you're able to resolve it without stabbing or fighting or going to prison, what comes out of that, what blooms out of that, is a deeper love and respect for you. Like with women, I've expressed that maybe she was going too fast, that we got to slow down, or maybe that you don't text that much, you're a little too cold, and that brings everything out. It makes me look confident. You're able to initiate. And if it doesn't work out, I walk the fuck away. But if it does work out, it'll show her a part of my character, that I'm able to have conflict, that I'm able not to go Bronx mode, but also it shows to me that she is a person of character. So through conflict, people have an upward spiral where they're eventually falling in love, and not just falling in love, gain respect for you. They gain respect because they say, okay, this person, we're able to have difficult conversations, and at the same time be calm and amicable. And that actually makes people say, you know what, this person is unique. I want to stay with them. If they try to fight and go Bronx mode, you better get the fuck away. And if you don't walk away, don't tell people you watch my channel, because then that's a sign that this is not meant to be. That's a sign that this person's character is not compatible for a healthy relationship. All right. So remember, Danny, control your libido, patience, their dark side. When they see when they see the dark side that they have in you. So if they're Christian and you're more of a rebel, they'll be attracted to that. Embracing your inner masculine, or your inner masculine or feminine, being able to initiate things and walk away if they don't work out, and above all, be able to have conflict. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.